Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. I wanted to start this morning by sharing with you the lyrics to a song that in recent weeks has just blessed me. It's not the first time I'd heard the song or that I didn't know the song before, but it's just that in the season that I'm in, these things as I'm being more contemplative and more pensive, these words have just really blessed me. It says it's by the song is by Maverick City, and it's written by Chandler Moore and Naomi Rain. But it says, I used to dam those desert valleys, but now I thank you for those droughts. I used to curse the walls around me, but now I see you had it figured out. It was all working for my good. If only I knew back then what I know right now. Nothing is wasted in your hands. God, you didn't forsake me, and I know you never will. Something about those words have just blessed my soul. I just want to have a real candid conversation with you this morning. As many people know, when I was a juvenile, I was also a juvenile delinquent. And during that period, I battled mental health issues. I was just bad for no reason. I mean, just bad. I was the kid who would tear up schools. And then when I was incarcerated, I would tear up facilities. And I was really battling some things internally that I just didn't have the capacity as a teenager to deal with. And I remember that for years I would ask God, why did you let me go through all of those things? Why, God, didn't you rescue me from the tragedy of my adolescence? Why didn't you rescue me, God? You could have done it and you did not. And one day I was in prayer and I understood it better. Nothing that I went through was wasted. Not one single thing that I went through in my life was wasted in that period because every single thing that I went through, I was a cutter. I was battling mental health. I was mean spirited. I had a bad attitude, all the things that I see kids going through today. And it hit me. One of the reasons that I'm so successful and so powerful in my ministry with young people is because it was all working for my good. That time wasn't for me, and it wasn't even about me. It was for this time. And so, as the song say, nothing is wasted in God's hands. He knew when I was going through adolescence that this day and this season and this time in my life, when I get to really have impact and make impact in the lives of young people. So when they come to me, I don't get to be judgmental. They hate judgmentality. I don't get to be judgmental because I live the kind of life that doesn't afford me the luxury of judgmentality against our young people. And so when they come and they've had all these scars and all these wounds, I understand it. And so my own life allows me to minister to the pain that they're going through and then help them to see that they don't have to stay in that pain. So nothing is wasted in God's hands. Whatever you're going through, if it's a tough season for you, kids, young people say it, and I see it on TikTok all the time, I don't lose. I either win or I learn. Nothing is wasted in God's hands if you allow God to use it. He hasn't forsaken you. And I know he never will. It wasn't for that time, it was for such a time as this. And so I'm abundantly clear that if we will simply yield whatever season of our lives that we're in to the Master, he knows how to make all things right and do all things well. So, all of what I went through in adolescence, the mental illness, the anger, the bitterness, the mean spiritedness, the black girl attitude, all of the things that the enemy sent to destroy me, God used it for my good. And oh, how it manifests in ministry today with our young people. So, whatever you do, take whatever the hard thing is in your life and surrender it to God and watch Him make all things work together for the good, for your good. I'm the amazing T Street. You know what? There's absolutely positively nothing in me that's not in each and every one of you. Because guess what? The same God is accessible to me is also accessible to you. Have an amazing day, y'all.